It's a pleasure to be here. It's good to hear that the Austrians are able to organize such nice conferences. Normally, I speak on international conferences, and it's an international conference, I see. Yeah, thank you for inviting me, and it's a real pleasure to give you a little bit of an overview of our product range, which is quite vast. And I thank also Styria that she gave a very nice introduction, because lots of the things she showed we are doing. We are also in that range of IoTs. Basically, IoT for us is nothing new. It's existing almost, I would say, since 2004. There was still no word for that technology at that time. There was no iPhone invented, and the internet was just barely existing, no? And yeah, what I like to speak about it, give you a little bit of an overview where Pessl Instruments stands, what we are doing, and also how we connect the different IoTs and bring that technology into actionable information. And at the end of the day, we're talking about farmers. It's a return on investment, because one thing you should know that what the farmer does not need is more work with this IoT. So the most important thing for a farmer is that this technology which we make is useful and bring a real return on investment. And yeah, I just start here a little bit.
I think I'll see you in the questions then afterwards. So the stage is yours. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, so basically what we do is Metals is, and the company Pessl Instruments, the brand is Metals, is active in various segments. The most important one for us is, of course, the agriculture segment, but we also do work in hydroponics and greenhouse industry. But recently, we also moved into the landscape and turf park industry, and that leads also to smart city. And recently, about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we restarted the animal welfare journey. We had a product about 20 years ago, but it was really too early at that time. But now we have also some products which are used in this industry. And naturally, some of the products are used in research and in general meteorology. Just a few facts about Pessl Instruments. We are a global player, headquartered in Austria. We have a team of plant pathologists, satellite experts, entomologists, modelers, software and hardware developers sitting in Weiz, in the southern part of Austria. And here we have also a software team sitting in India, in Hyderabad, where we have our app development, and all the products are, let's say, produced either in Austria or in California at the moment. We have as every manufacturer right now, we have our supply chain problems at the moment, where we don't know if we get the stuff. But at the end of the day, we hope that this year will be going well. We have in-house capacity of let's say, bringing IoT in actionable information. Right now, we have approximately 80,000 connected devices with more than 1 million sensors. So that's just and also in terms of footprint, we have 16 affiliates, and then we operate with partners, because one thing we know for sure, if we work in IoT, the device or the Internet of Things will die, but we don't know when. So we need to have somebody local helping us in order to have a post sales service set up. So that's the reason we have our own, let's say, affiliates in the most important countries. But of course, we have also partners, reliable partners, trained partners in others. As Daria said, and that's already, I've noticed this from other speakers as well, we see that we need to be in an ecosystem. And this ecosystem is getting vaster every day. So we are a company which is very collaborative. We operate with our APIs with more than 500 different companies and co-ops. We have interface partners starting from the John Deeres of the world through to startups like Agrivi and so forth, but also into the let's say plant protection and fertilizer world. We operate almost with everyone in that industry, and then of course we operate also with partners in the let's say OEM industry, from Bosch, FarmBeats, from Microsoft as well. We're also in various research projects, European research projects. I think we did in the past 10 years about 20 different research projects in that field. Where farming it takes place, there is not an iMethos or a Methos far away. So we are on all 5 continents. So what's behind the system? What's behind the curtain? We have the IoT stuff, which is sitting in the field, which is normally based on either a solar panel or on a lithium-ion battery. And then this unit connects via various ways to the internet. The most, let's say, frequent way nowadays is using the NB-IoT or CAT-M or GPRS connectivity, which is provided by the cell companies. That's a world connectivity. Then we have our firmware, which takes care for all the data gathering of the various sensors. Then we have the communication protocol, which then connects to the cloud. And then we have on the other end we have our field climate cloud storage, where you have all the computation, back end, front end sitting, and then you have the API, which connects to the various end devices, from the smartphone to the mobile to the tablet, and of course to the computer. And so this is the back end. And but it's like if you buy a car, you're not interested in what's under the hood. What you're interested is what you get out of it. No? And that's why I think we differentiate to many of the startups. We understand agriculture. We know what is the problem of the farm. So we produce IoT decision support system. We are in soil analytics. We've developed over the last 8 years a device called MobileUp, which really revolutionized the way soil and sap analytics can be taken on farm. We operate in the irrigation field, from soil moisture monitoring to automation. And last but not least, we are going and help with workforce management. So help the farmer to use the workforce in the best optimal way. And at the end of the day, we want that the farmer is going to use the right inputs in the right moment, and also have the security, because farming, as you all know, is a very risky business. So we see that from the holistic, let's say holistic way. Based on that, we have in the center our field climate platform, as I said, with the different ways of communicating to the outside world. And then at the outer outer ring, we have the various IoTs, which I don't go closely into it because I think Daria explained already a lot how this is working. So we have in-field monitoring, we have disease forecasting, we have crop monitors, we have insect counters, insect traps, and then we have the soil analytics, fertility monitor, storage, and GPS workforce tracking, where the farmer is, let's say, using the technology, is really getting this information automatically in his mobile phone, into his smartphone. Actionable warnings about frost, which we heard before, about let's say automatic of irrigation, and of course plant protection, and accessibility of fields with autonomous tractors. For that, we've designed the last years, and we are renovating every moment our technology. Just today we launched, have a big launch of a new generation of IoTs, which we call nanometers, which you see here on the left start end. So this is going to connect every field in real time. Low cost, very reliable, and having the most essential sensors which you need, which is temperature, humidity, rainfall, and also soil temperature and leaf wetness and soil moisture. And then we can climb up the ladder in different ways, from more bigger systems to complete flexible systems, but also we move into the spraying side. So that means machines which are either at the edge of the field, when you are spraying a field, that you have got this information automatically. What is the current weather right now, or when you are spraying a field, what you put this system before you spray, so that you have the weather before, during, and after the spray, as well as with some the rainfall data, because that's very important. If there is a thunderstorm coming and charging of the rain on that particular field, you should be informed. So if I have this information ahead of time, or let's say immediately after I've done my work, I can fix this without any further problem. And then we are also moving our devices on the machines. So we have a product which we call it Metals AOS. It's called Application Optimization System, which measures the ultrasonic wind speed and wind direction on the sprayer or on the vehicle, and then connect this with the EaserBus into the system of the sprayer, and then it can automatically adjust the spray pattern based on the climatological data, but also on the different phenology of the crop. Last but not least, here on that side, it's also the tracking system, and tracking is also getting more and more important, because we can bring every machine, tractor, implement automatically on the internet, even if the tractor is 50 years old, and bring it also into the operation center, for example, of John Deere, or into other platforms. So here I'm explaining you a little bit more in detail our tracking system. So you have this on any tractor, even the oldest one, but also the most modern ones. We see also that some of the big tractors, which they are already coming with the GPS system, they put the tracker anywhere there, because it's so simple. It just needs a power supply from the battery. It charges. We have the beacon on the machine, and every machine has a beacon, and when they are going to be used by any tractor of that farm, they automatically connect, they automatically pair each other, and then you know exactly where your machine is going, what is the speed, what is the position, what are the potential things to take care regarding preventative maintenance, and so forth. And of course, you have the full traceability of every work you have done. You can see this here. So that's what I said before. What the farmer does not need, for sure, is additional work. This is something, it's like completely automatic. Start the tractor, move the field, and you get this picture you see here, where it has been, what has been done, and what work has been executed, and of course with the combination of weather data at what weather conditions you have done this work. Insect trapping, we are doing this since more than 10 years now, fully automatic. We have been also involved in the trap view in the past. I think we were one of the founding members of that company. So we are doing it a little bit different. We have a high resolution camera, 10 megapixel, and we have also an algorithm in the back end, which goes down to the order level of insects. So we have a high precise recognition system, and also we interface also here with other companies like Xarvio on that side. And we also have an app where the same technology you can use without the IoT in the field, just using a mobile phone, and your mobile phone becomes the insect trap in this case. And you can use any standard traps which are in the field, and use your mobile phone and get your pictures, and then the analytics is done. We also do computer vision, very similar technology to our iScout, and also here we're doing the automatic recognition of the phenological stage of the crop. But also, for example, we can follow apples or kiwis or any other crop, and can say what is the potential yield, how much growth you have every week on the crop, and combined with the data from the weather and from the soil moisture, we can create some additional insights. Here you can see this. It's used in research. It's used in practical farms. It's used in merchandising and many other applications. We can see a crop view is used. Water management. We heard already how important water is for agriculture. But in general, we are facing quite some water shortages especially in California, but also in the Mediterranean area. So precisely measure the soil moisture and understanding how much water is available in the different root zones is critically important for optimizing the use of irrigation system, and also to have the best crop and the best tasty crop with at least less inputs. So we operate here various soil moisture sensors. We have water balance modules where we can calculate the evapotranspiration, and of course we also can monitor the fertilizer tanks, the reservoirs. We understand how much water is in the lakes. We can also monitor the irrigation system. What is the irrigation system? The performance of the irrigation system, if there are leakages, and all this kind of process control. A product we have been involved for the last, I would say, 35 years. And this is where the company has been started to forecast the prevalence of diseases, and especially here we started in Styria with apple scab and downy mildew in the wine industry. We heard that I'm also a passionate wine drinker, and we have thousands and thousands of clients in the wine industry worldwide, and so we prevent here farmers to get problems with fungal diseases. And this is, of course, based very much on AI, on decision support systems, where an infestation can take place, and then, of course, you can spray and operate the product you need to apply on the crop. So just give you a little bit of an overview. We operate in 40 different crops. We have climate zones in 20 different climate zones. We operate with over 700,000 different settings of the disease forecast, and we operate, let's say, here globally, and and also have collaborations with various research institutes and so forth. But we are not only measuring on the ground, we're using also the Sentinel satellite constellation to help the farmer to understand what's going on the bigger picture. So we can bring down the satellite images from Sentinel, brings it down to 10 by 10 meters, and we have some algorithms which can help the farmer to see where potential problems are available or are seeable on the slide, and then we can send the farmer with a quad or whatever there to analyze what the problem is. Can be an insect issue, can be a nutrition issue, and so forth. Then we have also some apps which I just mentioned here. One which just acquired last year from a Dutch startup called Solentum, and here it's potatoes, but it can be also other crops. So you just in the past you had to dig out potatoes, bring it to the farm, and then weigh the potatoes, and then also manually count the calibration of the potatoes. In this case, with our soil grader app, you just dig out a meter of potatoes, put it on a mat of approximately 70 centimeters to 30 centimeters, and then take a picture with your mobile phone, and the mobile phone will tell you exactly what are the calibration of the potatoes right now, and then also the potential yield you are expecting on that field. Last but not least, I think very important is also the storage. So we also have, and that's the same company we acquired last year, is called Soil Grader, or with Blue Potato, and here we measure from the field where we start the journey of that blue potato, and bring it to the storage, and it will monitor permanently the temperature, humidity, and CO2 level, and communicate this to the farmer or to the manager. And bring it all together. It's quite a complex product gathering. So we have plant nutrition, we have field accessibility, we have tillability, sowing window, plant protection, harvest window, and all this, and also grass fire danger index. It's very much weather related, and this means that with your own nanometers in your field, you get this information right on your smartphone and in real time, and then time is still okay to do the right decision. So then we have the reporting tools, the notification tools, as you can expect nowadays from modern back-end applications. Here, this shows you, as we had this potato application shown, I show you here all the products which we have in the potato industry, and that starts from a simple weather station, which measures the rainfall, until the complete storage monitoring, which does let's say the full control and avoids food losses, because very important also to know that a lot of things are happening not on the farm. Food losses are happening in the storage, but of course, as we all know, food losses happen in our own fridges. No? And so to sum up here, work planning, fertilization, irrigation, harvesting, and disease prediction are our core products now. And I invite you also to this journey about APIs. So our API is available for use cases, for various use cases, and there is a free version, but there's also a paid version where we have performance interfaces, various performance interfaces. So we have the Xarvio partnership, as I mentioned already. So we are working directly into one single sign-on like LinkedIn or other Facebook, LinkedIn works is, so once you have a weather station from us, you can also have an interface into Xarvio, and you don't need to have twice entering your password, as long as you confirm with the data policy of us. The same is with the John Deere Operations Center. We are a completely unbiased company, so there's no capital from any of the big players in Pessl Instruments. We, on the other side, we are considered as a independent company. And that's the reason where many companies love to work with us, because the data is safe. There is no way that the data leaks out from our end. Yeah, so that's my presentation. I think very simple in 4 words, basically, or in 4 sentences. Reduce the risk for the farmer. Do it fully automatic without giving the farmer extra trouble to get the data, and also try to make the double entry as little as possible, so that we provide this data throughout our partner chain, and of course reduce food losses and better storage and so forth. At the end of the day, sustainability, sustainability, sustainability. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well, Gottfried. What an impressive presentation. It's great to see an Austrian application being applied so worldwide in so many locations. Really great to see. We've already received 2 questions, and I would hand them over to you, Gottfried. First one is, what's the difference between your devices and data loggers? Or is there one?
Yeah, data log is maybe the old way of calling a device in the field. We call it now devices, because devices are connected to the internet. There's no question. There is only the connectivity to the internet, and data loggers used to connect also through the PC over serial interfaces. So I think that's the difference.
Okay, thanks a lot. And then we had a second question, which is, how do you deal with the obstacles, moisture for avoiding rusts, weather changes for avoiding interferences, and so on, for long-term real-time use of your sensors?
That's a very good question. I think, as I said in the beginning, what we are not sure when the device will die. No, so normally, and we have the experience. We have devices which are in the field, which are permanently monitoring soil moisture for 20 years plus. We have some long-term study in Südtirol where we measured exciting impacts on soil moisture because when we're talking about environmental impacts on climate change, 2 years are not enough. So we need to have years and 10 years, 20 years of data. And so the soil moisture system normally is deployed and it should last there for 20 years. That's not a problem. But important is, of course, that you service it and you don't leave it completely alone. No?
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for answering the questions. Thanks a lot for taking the time for your presentation today. So I think if there are no more questions, yeah, I guess then if you still have some, as said before, go to B2Match. You can organize meetings with Gottfried, ask him any questions there. And Gottfried, any last words from your side?
Thank you very much. That's good. I will be available in case, or it can be also that I'm not available. Then we can do it outside of the meeting platform as well.
Okay, sounds good.